You want to know what I think is some of the worst type of content you can find on the internet? That has to be prank videos. This is a genre that's been around for an extremely long time. Like some of the very oldest videos you can find on YouTube were prank videos, and some people have a lot of memories watching those videos. But I think that's something that's well known now is that most of those videos were usually fake. They usually pay people off and everything about the video would be very scripted and artificial. But because most people who watched those videos were like really young and kids back in the day, they didn't really know that. So they'll just see the videos and say, oh wow, this is instantly true, and this guy did this. And that's usually how prank videos were for an extremely long time, until I'm assuming all those kids who watched those videos back in the day now grew up. And unfortunately, I guess they haven't learned that most of those videos were fake, because now picking up after their masters, I guess, and now they are doing YouTube pranks, and everyone is absolutely sad about it. Modern prank channels are absolutely terrible because they come down to basically doing one thing, and that is just being a public nuisance and saying that it's just haha funny. Usually it will have them like going inside of a store and just bothering a retail worker for literally no reason, and for some weird reason people think this is funny, which is something that I just don't understand. I don't see how people will see prank videos and think like it's the funniest thing in the world. It makes absolutely no sense to me. But also another thing with modern pranks is that they're usually not fake. Now yes, they are fake pranks going around, they're always going to exist, but most of these pranksters that most people talk about, they usually go outside and do it in the real world, which I have learned something. If you are picking up this career just like an edge runner, you only have three pathways, and those three pathways are you become famous, you become irrelevant, or you get injured. Because today, another YouTube prankster who ended up getting shot. This is not the first time a YouTube prankster ended up getting shot or just injured in general, because I remember the last one that was big was one YouTube prankster ended up doing like a fake robbery prank where he did the absolute funny thing of running up to someone with a knife, and the guy turned around and shot him and he ended up dying. And I guess this man wanted to pick up after his theft because he have done it, and his name is Tanner Cook. I don't understand what all of these people on the internet who ended up doing crazy things have some of the most NPC and just names that don't seem real in general. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if the next YouTuber who ended up getting exposed or ended up getting the spotlight on them for doing something absolutely dumb is gonna unironically be named like William Afton, and his middle name is gonna be Vincent. Now this man ended up making a prank video which he hasn't released to the public yet, so we don't really know what video he did, but he ended up doing a prank, and the guy he was joking around with didn't really think it was funny because he instantly turned around and shot him. Now this guy ended up surviving, he was in critical injuries, but he did end up pulling through and he didn't die from the scenario. And you probably think, well, after this man goes through this life-threatening scenario, he's probably gonna get a different outlook on life. You know, he's gonna see that maybe I shouldn't walk around and do these dumb pranks and maybe do something different when it's time. Well, you're absolutely wrong, because this man has learned that this is an absolute amazing publicity stunt for him, because after this whole injury he ended up gaining a bunch of subscribers. 5,000 subscribers he ended up gaining. So for him, this probably does look like a net positive. You can obviously tell that because right after this whole scenario and when he ended up getting interviewed by people, he ended up saying that he's going right back to it. I guess him almost forcefully logging out wasn't enough to stop him, because he's getting right back up and going right back on the grind because this is his passion, which is just, I just don't understand some people. You know, I think it's crazy that there's just so much people nowadays who will literally do anything for clout, even if it means risking his life. I don't need to explain how this situation could have easily gone comically bad, but he's somehow able to pull through. And again, instead of just doing the right decision and saying it's time for me to stop and, you know, just admit that he gets lucky and move on, he just doesn't. He's just doubling down and going back to it. Absolutely insane. So this man's content isn't anything unique at all. It's literally the most JPEG copy and pasted prankster thing where he just walks around and basically go and bother and annoys people for the sake of content, kind of like that annoying kid in class that everyone had to deal with at least once. I mean, I could just literally show you some thumbnails of his videos and you already 100% know how the video is going to go, how the video is going to be framed. I literally don't need to show you any footage of the video, and you probably already know what's going to happen and the people reactions, and you probably know how all of them are going to end. All these pranksters are the same. Literally how it will go, they'll walk up to like someone who's just working or just trying to do their job, someone who's not getting paid enough to deal with people like him, and they'll just go try to bother him, and if the person doesn't really like do anything back or just tell them to go away, they'll literally just instant cut the video because, you know, they don't want to show them that they tried to talk to this guy and they absolutely failed and it made them look like the absolute idiot. So they'll usually instant cut the video away and be like, that didn't happen. Pranksters getting injured or hurt again isn't something shocking, because this is something that's happening way more. With the rise of stuff like TikTok, there are so much TikTok pranksters that go around, but most of them don't really last long. Most of them will try to do something like this and then they'll end up pranking the wrong dude and end up getting like punched or injured, and then they instantly stop. Most of them just don't continue. Pranks are weird to me that they are still happening, because most type of those content they used to have back in the day are basically basically gone. Like, one thing that we had a problem with was like 3 a.m. challenges. I think everyone knows how terrible those were. Those were something that you used to see a lot of, but now you don't really see that anymore. And I thought YouTube pranks was going to be 100% the same. I thought it was going to be something that would just get left behind and no one was going to make content on it anymore, which I think is a 100% positive, because again, if your prank is just walking around and bothering people, I don't really think it's funny. But apparently it has long legs and is standing the test of time. I don't think this guy's going to be the first, and this is definitely not going to be the last prankster who's end up going to get hurt. Again, people don't learn from other people's mistakes, and we're probably going to see another one. Who knows? Maybe this guy again, or maybe just another YouTuber. But I guess that's how the cookie crumbles if you're a prankster. Anyway, this is a situation I want to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.